Hi everyone, Nathan here, mortgage broker with Loan Market. This week's video is buying and selling your home at the same time. This process can be a bit of a complicated process as compared to just buying your first home or buying a property when you don't have a property to sell. So we thought we'll just share bit of ideas that may help you before you actually go into the market. So the first point, which is quite most important point, is to understand what's your current property, how much is your property worth, and the best way to find that out would be you can do a full registered valuation of your home. Now you bear in mind that actually comes with a bit of a price. You're looking at paying $600 or $700 to get a full registered valuation. So a registered valuer will come to the property, have a look at the comparative sales, say what improvements you've done to the property in the last few years. Is there any money you've spent in landscaping? What's the actual house condition? So there's a lot of factors valuers consider before they prepare a full thorough report, and that can be a starting point. Or if you don't want to spend $600-700, then have a good real estate agent come around who works in your area, who understand the areas quite well, and see what his or her thoughts are that what your property might be worth if you put it onto the market tomorrow. So the first point to always remember, what's the current house is worth. The second and the most important point to understand is what's your net deposit is going to be for the next property. Now this is where we see every day that people, they always sort of get confused with the numbers. So we're going to break it down, and hopefully it'll help you calculate the actual net deposit. The first point to understand is the real estate agent commission. How much actual commission they're going to charge you? Are they going to charge you, for argument's sake, if you're selling a property worth $600, how much commission they're going to charge you? So that's the first starting point. You can see, okay, my property is worth $600 minus agent's commission. And then the second point can be, what's your existing debt on the property? If you've got a mortgage on your home, which 95% people, when they look at sell and buy again, they do have mortgage on their property. So you've got to understand, okay, what's the mortgage left on my home? So let's, for argument's sake, your mortgage left is $350, your house is worth $600. You got to minus $600 minus $350 minus real estate commission, and then you got to minus any breakage fee. So if your mortgage is locked in for, say, 2 years or 1 year or 3 year, then get in touch with us and we'll be more than happy to give you a ballpark figure, what sort of break cost you're looking at. And the best way to find that out would be, we normally get in touch with the bank and say, look, our clients are looking to sell and buy again, that's their current mortgage, what would be the breakage cost if they sell their property tomorrow? The way the banks calculate break cost can be a bit confusing, and there is no specific number. However, we can still give you a ballpark number. If your mortgage is fixed at a lower interest rate and you're looking at selling when the interest rates, they've gone up, it may or may not have any breakage cost. If you've fixed your mortgage at quite a high interest rate and you're looking at now breaking when the interest rates are quite low, hey, there may be a breakage cost. So it's best to get an idea from us or your preferred bank or mortgage broker to see what would be the breakage cost. And then you got to factor lawyers and accountants fee. You got to keep in mind you're working with two contracts, so you're selling and buying. So get in touch with your lawyer and see what would their cost be. And if your property is in a look-through company or you've got some other things going on with accountant, get an idea, hey, look, we're looking to do this, what would be your cost? So once hopefully you've done all of this, you know what your actual net deposit is going to be. We'll then use that figure and see how much you can actually borrow from the bank. Now this is quite interesting because different banks, they have different rules, different assessing criteria. One bank might test rate you at 7.35% when current interest rate is actually 3.99. Other banks may test you at a much lower rate. So, it's quite important for us to understand what your future goals are, how much you're looking to borrow, what your plans are, so we can give you an advice whether the property you're looking to buy will it be financially suitable for you. And that comes to a point, then we can do, okay, what's the best structure of the loan? So say if you're borrowing for the new property, let's say 450k, what's the best way to structure? And the best way to structure is to find out what your financial and personal plans are for next coming couple of years. Are you thinking of growing your family? You're going to have another kids? Are you looking to start your business? Is there anything? Are you going to get inheritance in next 2 or 3 years time? So these are a lot of questions we need to ask before we advise you. Okay, fix it for this year, fix it for 1 year, fix it for 2. Have a bit of a floating, have revolving. So every financial and personal position is different, and that's can actually save you a lot of money if you structure correctly upfront. Then client care program, we really pride ourselves in taking good care of the clients going forward. So once the transaction is done, you'll get a monthly newsletter. You know what's happening around Christchurch property market, and it's so easy to get in touch with us by email or by phone. When your loan is up for renewal, we're always here for you. So that's it for me. If you're looking at selling and buying again at the same time, it can be a bit of a process, and having us on your side will not only give you a confidence, but also give you a peace of mind that, hey, everyone's busy. We take care of all the numbers for you, and hopefully you can move on to the next chapter of your life. Any questions, get in touch with me. I look forward to helping you. Cheers. Bye.